chance to make it better. Ooh, think that you could be resting in my arms. How I wish I knew, Georgia, where you are. I can't be without you, Georgia. I won't let you go, Georgia. If you just come back to me, I can make it better for you, baby. Thank you, everybody. So, one night it's raining and you got a leaky roof. And when it rains, you're always too late because you've been working too much, trying to afford a professional to properly patch the hole. So each time it rains, you just put out a bucket. A great big bucket. This bucket gets so full so fast you got to lift it with your legs. So waddle across the floor and toss the water out the back door. It's late, so the sliding of the door and the splash of the water got your dog to barking. You throw him a treat and quickly return the bucket to its spot. Sit in your chair, getting sleepy. So you get to nodding off and you leave the bucket too long up under that hole, and when the rain starts to run over onto your floors, a little stream leads into the other room where the carpet is. And a bit of a little river grazes your toes. And you notice that this is the reason, and you don't notice that this is the reason you have to get up to pee. Half awake, neck aching from the poor position, eyes closed because you know where everything is in your own house. You wade across the little river toward the bathroom as your socks get wetter and wetter. It sobers your slumber and you go ahead and pee anyway in your soggy socks. On the way back from the bathroom, you slide your socks off in the hallway, stop in the kitchen and get a bowl from the cabinet. A great big bowl. Bowl is so big you got to hold it in both palms with your hands spread out. And this is the moment your patience runs thin because the bowl is in the way back of the highest cabinet. You come down from your step stool and you get to scooping rain out of the bucket and start taking it to the sink, trying to get the bucket water down. Once it's halfway empty, you lift with your knees and boom, the bottom of the bucket gives out. Because see, the rain is filled with acid and it's been corroding the rim of your bucket. The whole while you were sleeping in that chair, and now you got a toxic puddle forming on your floor and running a stream into the other room where the carpet is. So you grab all the towels from the bathroom closet and get to sopping, dropping towel after towel after towel and skating around on them in your big t-shirt pajamas. You go to kicking towels in the corner so the water don't eat at the paint on your walls. And you get to vacuuming, you get the vacuum going, trying to get the water out of the carpet, skating, vacuuming, dabbing floor corners, big bowl under the hole, skating, dabbing floor corners, big bowl under the hole, dabbing floor corners. The dog is back to barking, and as you skate back across to the back door to throw him a treat, you notice the dripping from the ceiling has stopped. It's not raining anymore, but there is still a mess inside of your house. Wet towels, soaked socks, the frame of a bucket, a screaming vacuum. And you notice the dimness of dawn creeping in through the blinds. You pick up every towel and sock, put away the vacuum, dump the bowl one final time, throw away the pieces of the bucket. You head to the bathroom to brush your teeth and wash your face because it's time to get ready for work. And as you go to dry your face, when it rains, it pours. Thank you. So, yeah, I wrote that last night, thinking about when one thing starts to happen, all the things just start to fall apart, and the regular things you need to go do throughout your day are the ones that just drive you nuts because now you don't even have what you need to do that. I want to say thank you to some of the artists I have in our audience, and our small but very loving audience. I am going to do another poem or two, and then I'm going to invite one of you up here to do a piece. So prepare your mental minds and feelings to be over here and do that for me. So I'm going to change the mood a little bit and move on to another kind of feeling that I've been kind of going through, like with my mom a little bit. We've been talking about, me being in New York, me being 23. I've been here since last year. I got here when I was 22 years old. I had $800. I had spent the first $600 on my apartment. I spent the next $130 on the train. I had $100. I bought my groceries, and then I had like $30 left. And I've been out here and grinding and doing these things, but I'm also a beautiful young woman. So, we've been talking about how to negotiate this crazy, crazy space, and how she just wants me to be out here, just living my life and having a good time. And this poem was birthed from something else, and it kind of turned out in a way that I think is really cool. I was on a writer's high when I finished this thing. My phone rang twice after 11 p.m. and it went straight to my head. Got me thinking, better late than never, come straight to my bed. What is this liberated lust that makes a young woman say yes? Orgasmic pleasure matched with an empty chamber for a chest. Giving out gold till all that's left is dust. Receiving little trinkets men call treasures of lust. I'm lucky my southern mother's not the typical type. She taught me finding somebody quick don't live up to all the hype. She'd rather me give every kind a tasty little frisson try. Sample this, sample that. She said, go, baby, go. I'm asking, Mama, you saying it's okay for me to be a hoe? Then she told me a story about a friend of hers who never came. I mean, a woman who she knew who in confidence exclaimed her husband had never really blown her mind. He never melted her muscles or quaked her spine. Said that she followed the road but never got to the destination, and blamed herself for lacking the courage for communication. And while my mother listened, her brow furrowed with fear, as her friend again vowed that her love for her husband was sincere. After 35 years of legally binding marriage, breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 babies, and hand-me-down carriage, the shit sounds like a Grimm's fairy tale. The one you only really fear if your parts are female. So my mother gave me her blessing to go be lawless. She said, go baby, go. Go and be a hoe. Shake that ass so you can't no more. She said, go baby, go. Go and be a hoe. Drop that thing till your thighs get so. She said, go baby, go. Go and be a hoe. Till you can't no more. She said, go baby, go. Go and be a hoe. She said, drop that thing till your thighs get so. But see, mommy, I need some advice. I need some guidance. All this opportunity truly got me wild, and this lawlessness is pretty sweet. So I get trapped in a little box following these trails of treats. They don't add up to much but a tummy ache for me. Got a plate covered in snacks, but my belly stayed full on something incomplete. Tell me how do I manage these dualities, trying not to betray my heart while also satisfying my raging sexuality? Do I keep somebody on the side while withholding from my main squeeze? Is my heart really big enough for this polyamory? All this power of choice, I really don't know what to do. I can see my openness putting my heart in a position to be misused. I know I abuse my own heart every time I don't demand what I need. It's truly a complicated world when to be alone in New York in your 20s. Thank you. And then, I got back to the opening of this poem where I received a text, other than no text at all. But DMing me on Insta is not as good as a phone call. They want to get the booty for a fraction of the cost. I tell him, buy the booty full price, get the heart half off. So he seemed ready for the bill. He texts back, okay. But when I ask him for that link on Tinder, he don't have much to say. He hit me with the, I'm broke right now, can you add it to my tab? Fuck it. I slide him my own cash, tell him slap it on my ass. So I'm thinking I'm ready for a poet to come on up here. I'll go, says Peyton, as she gets her drink made. I'll stop for you. So how about, since we seem to have this place all to ourselves, let's introduce our audience. Let's survey the crowd, truly, since we're all alone here. Anybody from the South? Ooh, okay, beautiful young woman in the I want to say neon green. I want to call that color neon green. I'm not good at colors, despite the fact that my name is Terracotta. I'm not that great. But I'm from the South. Where in the South are you from? Oh, amazing! You're from the part of the South that like gets a pass for like being cool because like it's the bottom of Florida, not like regular Florida.
If you're from any that's not South Florida, you don't count.
You don't count as the South. You're like a dislocated freedom rider. Yeah, but it's like on a. Are there a lot of Cubans where you're from?
Yes.
Okay, okay, yes, it is conservative there. That's the funny thing about Cubans and Caribbean people. Would you say that the other Caribbean people are conservative there as well?
No, I mean North Florida.
No, okay, yes, definitely.
Like,
but Cubans are tricky. Cubans are tricky. Y'all be careful if you get a Cuban from Florida. They can also be pretty conservative. They come from a Catholic community. Anybody religious? Oh, that was such a joke. Anyway. Here's Peyton. Spiritual, absolutely. Here's a lovely woman.
Sorry. No, please.
Who is easily one of
You're
the
fine.
most beautiful bald-headed woman I have ever met in my entire life. I've seen her naked multiple times. In a completely academic setting, which is the crazy thing. I've seen her naked in class more than I've seen lots of the people I have sex with naked, which is really funny. And I begged her to keep her clothes on for this, so I don't know if that bodes well for any of you, but she's probably lying. I don't know. You guys will probably see her naked too, but here's Peyton.
There's a plot twist at the end of this, I promise. So I rewrote this in my journal so that I could read it and look more poetic, but I accidentally printed this on like sticker paper, so if you guys want to take a piece of it home with you, feel free. Wearable art. It's 2018, so we're doing big things now. Sorry. I'm an innovator. I work in fashion. Oh my god. Okay. Cool. So this is a poem I wrote. I don't know if it's really a poem. I don't really write poetry, but it's more poetic of the time I got a young, fresh abortion. So buckle up. I guess I thought because of the anesthesia that maybe one day I would forget it. It would grow further and foggier and find its way in the back of my mind until one day I could only remember the general fact of it, that it happened and not much else. I always almost write it down, never in full, only a few sentences, a couple different ways. I'd say the last time I tried was about a year ago. But I stopped them. I stopped them all in fear of feeling too much, in fear of feeling it all, in fear that I haven't forgot a thing. I guess I thought because I was loved at the time I could forgive it. I would eventually stop hurting my heart to know I let something go because I had to, and not necessarily because I wanted to. Had to do it for me, had to do it for him, had to do it for us, our life, my life, my life, my life. I thought being held on the way there, being held on the way home, being told the right things would make me feel less alone. But when it's just you and your body, only you, just you, can feel how you felt. On that toilet that morning, hands shaky, legs open, looking at a stick. On that operation bed, head back, heart racing, red fading to black. On that phone call with my mom, who didn't say the right things, who didn't love me the right way, who didn't even call me back. I guess I thought because I'm fine, that I couldn't feel it. My body works beautifully, my body works well, but my body still knows what I know. Women in waiting rooms wondering why you're there too. Cab rides home with the heaviest heart that you've ever held. The feeling of your hand on the bottom of your belly and the sharp, secret pain of wanting it to grow. The months you went without talking to your mom and the year that passed before you said you forgave her and the times you wonder if you ever fully did. The squeaky chair under you, the HGTV on a loop, the nice nurse, the bad nurse, the hard questions, the ultrasound, the eyes of strangers burning into your back, and all the blood and all the girls and all the things you told yourself that night. I guess I thought because there were no hangers or high costs, just heartbreak and hills, and no bad men, just boyfriends who did the best they could, and just loneliness and Medicaid and crying that happens even still. That it wouldn't hurt as hard as I knew these things could. Some details fade and some people get to forget. But when it's you and your body, only you feel how you felt. And that's it.
And I put my clothes on. We're gonna do that. Okay.
Clothes on the whole time. Thank you, Peyton, for sharing some real-ass feelings over here in this little space that we are blessed to have you and your real-ass feelings. And thank you so much. And I'm seriously been spending my time in New York, maybe a little bit afraid. And this summer, I've been watching a lot of Charmed. My favorite 3 white women in like maybe the world besides Lady Gaga. Like I don't really have time for loving white women out here. They get enough love, but I'm here for the Charmed ones. And I wrote a little spell because I was feeling like really afraid. So I was just like, let me write this spell real quick. And y'all can take this with you if you want. Bubbling worry and fading nerve, leave my insecurity on the curb. Truth be my guide, secure my path to passion pure and love that will last. Fear of loss and pain, step out of sight. Faith and strength be my light. And there's my little spell. Whenever I'm scared, I'll hit myself with one of those, and I'll feel better. I'll try to feel better, and the more spells I write, I feel like the better they will become, and the stronger they will be. And don't be surprised if I show up one of these days with like power bursting from my palms, like pushing demons left and right. Like we don't have time for these streets out here like that, because people are trying me on a daily basis. Before I do my next poem, I'm going to bring up Dorcas. Or is she Zola tonight?
I think Zola
tonight. We have Zola in the house, a beautiful young woman who I also met in college, like 90% of this audience. And she's gonna come up and do some poems. I watched her evolve like so many ways. She just keeps getting better, so cannot wait to hear what she's saying for tonight.
Come on,
Zola with a Z.
Zola with a Z. That's my. Oh, I should know this by now. You think I would know? I'm missing something. Not my college ID or my appetite after seeing you with your girl, but I'm missing something. Not my self-assurance the way you used to hold me at night. I'm missing something, not my childhood or my sanity. What do you do when you're so lost you don't remember what the fuck you were looking for in the first place? So fucking lost, you were so fucking lost with the air you breathe. The stride in your step, your witty personality, your blackness doesn't even make sense anymore. I'm missing something. Not the smell of my mama's cooking or learning YouTube dance routines with my 13-year-old cousin. A 22-year-old African-American female has been reported missing by the NYPD. She was last seen Friday morning at her apartment with a fuck nigga on the premises. You came knocking on my door, taking me by the hand, pulling me close. We moved swiftly and slowly to the rhythm of my heart, of our heart. Then you reached back behind your back, held a Glock in your hand, pressed a nuzzle on my temple. I said, just pull the fucking trigger. It transformed me into a drill, creating a hole so big that I was missing something. That was weird. I haven't performed in a long time or said words out loud. Can I do another one?
Please, please,
Because I felt so weird.
please.
They're both about like love, but like not love, because I feel like I haven't fully gotten that romantically. So that's kind of what I've been trying to unpack and trying to figure out what I put out to the world, to people, and how I treat people, and figuring that out for myself. So these are try to explain what.
Say, baby, can I be your sunrise? Your eyes become wide as you realize that it's me by your side. You don't snooze your alarm because you say living is better than dreaming when I'm next to you. You're so corny. Your left hand reaches over to grab my right, squeezing me tightly like fresh lemonade your mom used to make in the summertime. Say, baby, can I be your favorite snack? After the high is coming down, the cold pizza in the fridge or the half-eaten bag of Cheetos or anything in between just won't do, because I am the taste your tongue craves. I know I'm not no Marilyn Monroe because I'm melanin with cornrows, and I shortly discovered, like Columbus, I was not the first or the only. So I made the decision not to get too comfortable. I moved on. And I saw that I could live blackly ever after. With him. 6'1", black twist, brown eyes, full lips. He's not a rapper, but is an artist and is as charming as can be. He told me he would fight for me like Toussaint did for Haiti. But ironically, he became like the colonizers with his false promises. So I asked that one day, someday, that if you, whoever you are, be my midnight, be my daylight, be the one. Shout out to Zola for coming in here with some pieces. I remember baby girl like performing, I want to say like maybe a year ago. Like I remember hearing pieces of those poems before they even had endings, and it's just a blessing to see you grow every time I come across it. So this is gonna be a short show. I'm gonna do another piece for you, and then I'm gonna sing another song. I'm gonna sing another song, and then I guess we can just chill after that, because truly it's me and you beautiful people in here. So I work at a a bar in Harlem. I'm a waitress there. And it is the blackest, most Africanist place I've ever worked in my entire life. And besides the fact that these African men be trying me, I love working there. I truly do, and you're only laughing if you've ever been tried by an African man. So you know what I'm talking about. There is this constant loop of Soul Train on the TV, like all the time, like 3 out of 4 of the shifts that I work there a week, there's probably Soul Train playing on the screen, and truly I think it's a beautiful thing. Like, we need to be reminded of how epic Soul Train was, like 99.9% of the time. So one day when I was like half high and like had tasted one too many cocktails that the bartender made, I went over to my little waiter station and I wrote this poem. I want to talk about Soul Train, about hip twisting, gyrating, boogie bouncing, rib twisting, body convulsing, jiggling, getting down, booty to the floor, dropping it. I want to talk about a time before when these moves had never been seen before, live and in color on television for every uncensored American's eyes. Okay? I want to talk about joyfully offensive thrusting, pulling into hip socket down the aisle, couple after couple, hip after hip, married to my people, this culture of dance, freedom of religion, acting by the body, bodies that me soul train, okay? Don Cornelius as the maestro, the conductor, the orchestrator of this sacred space, a deacon, if you will, a holy man for the church of the let goes, church of the people who get free, church of the bodies who decide not to give a damn all over the rhythm. We own this history. I am great and full because of pioneers who decolonized hips and ankles, who threw a leg up, who threw a head back, shake and shimmy to the shoulders, escape the connection to the neck. I'm grateful to great aunties who threw they back out, broke off the back over and over and over and on, so I could break off my piece after a hard week. Hip get unenslaved on the dance floor on a Friday night. Jiggle, break, pop, wop, rib, twist out, ringing out the body of my people, a living shrine to soul. Soul train, I say, soul train, honey. Church of the liberating, gyrating, church of the oogie boogie man, crawling from up under the bed, place the bass infection in your head, scare the teeth out your mouth, tongue strong like a bone, bad to it, thump on, thought you can't quite put your thumb on, and ooh, does it feel good? I mean, does it feel good? Looking crazed, parched, and dazed after 5 days of 10 and 12 and 19-hour days? Can't get free if you ain't been enslaved, so praise the auntie. Yeah. You can't get free if you ain't been enslaved, so praise the auntie. Can't get free if you ain't been enslaved, so praise the auntie. The great auntie of mine who dropped her spine, threw her head back, threw up her hand, and hell with it, looking like a mad woman, bad at being a woman. What is this dark figure full of freedom under lights and camera and acting? I say soul train, living out soul, like a wolf's cry. I say, soul, like a wolf, soul to my mother, soul to my sister, my brother. Take a load off, take a ride on the soul train. Don Cornelius, church of the soul free in us. Thank you, saying thank you to a dancing auntie always. It's free to be grateful. Deacon Cornelius, holy man, open the gates to the platform where I board a spiritual soul train. Every time, my hip twitching, gyrating, boogie bouncing, rib twisting, body convulsing, jiggling, getting down, booty to the floor, dropping it, get to acting up. Acting out my soul, acting out all the pieces of my free soul. Thank you. my very heartfelt piece to Soul Train because we can never forget how wild it must be to tune in as a young white American with your old white American parents and seeing them black booties and big afros coming down the aisle, hand in hand, hip after hip, woman and man, saying, "This is all right."
They thought they knew what
They thought they knew what dancing was, you know. They thought they knew. They thought they knew what boarding the train was all about until they really tuned in, you know. Come on, Amtrak! Yes, come on, Amtrak! Come on, Amtrak! Yes, always. So, thank you all for listening. Yes, my lovely friend Junior, who you can catch next week at Bizarre Bar as Junior Mints and his drag persona. Being the lovely illustrious Junior Mints with 2 T's, don't you forget that.
Yes, put your teeth in.
Yes, what is this? Chocolatey in your mouth and minty going down?
Always, and if it's not, it's someone else.
If it's not, it is somebody else, baby. That is an action of that. So while you all are feeling good, I'm gonna run and cue up my next song, and I'll be back to close out the show. I'm gonna pull up this last song to close out my little rhythm and word R&B nights. For those of you who don't know, I am Terracotta Suburb. You can follow me on Instagram at Terracotta_Suburb. And if you know me personally, then you know my other name. You can ask me about that some other time. All right, you ready? I'm ready too. anybody like me, you're just trying to figure it out. And if you're looking for other crazy people to have in your life to make being crazy seem a little less crazy, then you can follow me on Instagram at Terracotta_Suburb and look for me in New York, because I'm probably out here doing something crazy to make somebody else crazy feel a little less crazy. Thank you all. Enjoy your night.